Welcome to the NCRP Capstone Portfolio class. I'm Robert Whipple. I'm recording this lecture on September 15th, 2013 from Hooper Bay, Alaska. I want to commend you on your long journey through many courses to get this far. Throughout this process, you have become experts in the theory, practices, research, and processes of NCRP. You will soon have a Master of Arts degree in hand and the knowledge to transform the world. To give you a bit of history about the NCRP Capstone class. Our program initially started as a master's degree in behavioral science with an emphasis in negotiation and conflict management in 1989. When I entered the program in 1993, we had two full-time professors, Dr. David Churchman and Dr. David Nassiter. The program focused more on behavioral science research and less on negotiation and conflict management. Our capstone projects were completed by a group. My group of 6 students had secured research funding to explore teaching distance learning negotiation courses using two-way interactive video between CSUDH and a university in Mexico. I traveled to Tijuana twice and spent many hours interacting with students over email. The project involved a literature review, focus groups, phone interviews, surveys, observations of people who were using the two-way interactive video system. In the late 1990s, the online program changed its capstone from a project to a comprehensive exam. Over the few years we did the comp exam, many students provided feedback that they wanted to have something more individualized and meaningful than a comprehensive exam. It was also difficult to provide academic freedom to our diverse group of adjunct faculty and have them focus their lectures towards the content of a comprehensive exam. In 2006, Dr. Marco Turk asked me to work with him in developing and teaching a capstone course with a portfolio. We have tested this process and received feedback throughout the years to make this portfolio process a meaningful capstone for all of our students. This portfolio shall be a standalone accumulating experience involving, first, an extensive written program review of highlights learned in each of the required courses, plus at least one elective course representing your particular interest in the field. The length of this program review should be a minimum of 2 pages per course for a total of 16 pages and a maximum of 24 pages for the whole program review. Second, this includes an extensive written presentation of a detailed question addressing an important issue in the field. You will create this question and then present it to me during a phone conference we will be having in a few weeks. I need to approve each of these questions before you move forward and write your literature review. Third, a review of the literature in the field that deals with answering the detailed question by grounding it in research that you find. Next, you will write an extensive written discussion concerning how the literature in the field provides a satisfactory solution to the detailed question and the importance it has to the field. This satisfactory solution should be a minimum of 5 pages and a maximum of 8 pages. Last, you will create an outline of a future program detailing how you can continue to develop and apply everything that you learned in the program in the field as an NCRP practitioner. There are 2 required textbooks for the course. The first is the Publication Manual of the American Psychological Association, and the other is the Handbook of Conflict Resolution. Both of these books are available in digital form. You can get the Publication Manual of the American Psychological Association in both a hard copy and through an Amazon Kindle ebook. The Handbook of Conflict Resolution is available through the CSU DH eBury. I tend to go with digital books because I spend a lot of time traveling on small propeller planes among remote villages in Alaska. All the textbooks I use are digital because my bags are frequently bumped off the plane and left on the runway when it is beyond the plane's weight limit. So I carry all of my things in a tablet and a phone. I will often cite page numbers and sections when giving you feedback. The Handbook of Conflict Resolution will provide you many different articles that cover the theories and best practices of NCRP that I expect for you to integrate throughout your portfolio. I have assigned weekly readings that you can skim and scan. It's a shortened class, being just 12 weeks, and some of the articles may not be completely relevant. So I'm giving you a suggested pacing schedule for your reading. I will be asking several questions from the Handbook of Conflict Resolution during your oral defense. You should read the articles available in the Course Materials tab on Blackboard. The articles will give you an overview of the portfolio method, the purpose for completing a portfolio, a comparison between a portfolio and a thesis or dissertation, evaluation criteria, and the impact of portfolios on student learning. This course also uses a portfolio guide which I created that provides grading rubrics and many details about how you can complete a successful portfolio. This portfolio guide takes place of many lectures, so I expect you to read it and become familiar with it. It will significantly help you complete this portfolio. Furthermore, I will be asking questions about the efficacy of a graduate portfolio in your oral defense. These articles that I cite here are good articles that you can use when you're responding to the oral defense questions. All of the due dates from October 1st, 2013 until November 12th, 2013 are for you to submit sections for instructor and peer feedback. This is to let you know where you are in the process, if you're following the instructions, and I'll provide suggestions on how to improve on your work. I will mostly look at the content and organization of your program reviews and reflections. Do not submit first drafts of material that need line-by-line editing. I will reject any submission that does not have sound grammar, usage, and mechanics. The final portfolio must be submitted before November 27th, 2013 at midnight. Let me know if you can't meet this final deadline so I can start listing the requirements for an incomplete. The majority of the course time will be spent actively participating in the peer editing process. I will be providing few lectures. The instructions are in the portfolio guide. I will mostly record short video lectures and post them frequently. I have had previously recorded the guide in lectures, and students have let me know they'd rather just read it for themselves than listening to me read the document. I have provided the portfolio guide, which contains rubrics for each section of the portfolio and a checklist of what I will be looking for in the final portfolio. You should compare the portfolio sections that you create with the rubrics in the portfolio guide. The participation schedule suggests dates for groups to be reviewing portfolio sections. From my experience, the students who successfully complete the portfolio and they write and revise every day following a timeline complete their portfolio on time, meeting my expectations. Each student should keep a pace of writing or revising 2 to 3 pages per day and proofread about 5 pages a day to get through this process. In the 15 years I have taught this course, approximately 80% have completed their capstone on time. The 20% who don't complete the process are students who usually don't participate in the peer review process and submit mediocre work at the end of the term. This is not an independent studies course, and every student is expected to participate in the peer review process. I will be observing the interactions and feedback in the groups as a guide on the side and rarely intervene. It is the group's responsibility to motivate every member to follow the timeline and provide positive and meaningful feedback. Once again, welcome to NCR 591, and I look forward to watching the evolution of your portfolio and reading your introductions on the discussion board.